Hey, welcome back to our channel.
Hey guys.
It's Candi
And Kiy.
and today what we're going to talk about is a topic that I saw floating around on YouTube, and I realized that we hadn't talked about it a lot. We talked about a lot of the benefits and insecurities and things like that of an age gap relationship, but we have not talked about some of the struggles.
Yes.
Of an age gap relationship.
One of the things that I feel like we struggle with in our relationship is communication, but not communication in the way that we can't talk, because we talk about a lot of stuff. But I noticed that when I am talking to her, if I'm upset, that I have to be very cautious about how I say things because of my age versus her age. She sometimes takes it as a motherly type of dialogue. So she may say, don't say such and such to me as if you're my mother. Now, of course, I don't want to be her mother. And I think that just because I guess I'm just a blunt person, I've said this many times before, I can tend to say things very stern-like, but it's not to be in a motherly way. So I have to be very cautious about how I say things to her because I don't want to appear that I'm trying to say things in a motherly way. And sometimes that can get mixed up.
Well, I mean, I think you do have to point out the fact that Kiy is a mother. So certain things she do say as a mother, like if you ever notice how somebody who has a small child will talk to you. Because like, you're telling your small child all the time, stop, and you may find yourself speaking that way in adult conversation. Like I saw Portia, like she was just like, stop. When she was talking to Kenya from Housewives, and she was like, it's because, she talks to her daughter PJ all day. So I can see why she can sometimes speak in that tone, and she, talks to her children often. So obviously she speaks to them in a different tone. I just think it sometimes kind of merges over. And like she says, it does come off extremely motherly to me, and it makes it feel kind of uneven for me. So I don't like that at all. One thing, another thing I guess that I don't like or struggle being in an age gap relationship is just being able to feel like you can always be yourself, because the reality is I'm younger, so certain things come off more immature, and you already don't want to be in a relationship with someone who is significantly older than you, just meaning that they've experienced more life than you, and basically every chapter that you've been through, they've already literally been through that chapter, got past it, and is on the next book. So sometimes when you are in your chapter, I know for me, I will just kind of downplay it, or I just don't want to seem as immature. And there's a certain beauty in being immature. It is how you grow. It is how you become into a better version of yourself. But it is definitely a struggle, because I have to remember that she may be looking at me like, this is like, I'm remembering how old you are. And that's something you don't want when you are in an age gap relationship, is really to look over at your partner and just consciously always remembering, you're older than me or you're younger than me. You kind of get to a point where you forget. Like you really honestly forget. And that's when I know that things are like smooth and not so bumpy. So that's just another one for me. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I think another big thing is, just because I know where she struggled as well as she don't always feel like her voice matters because she's younger. And I have to explain to her and tell her that, although she's younger, I'm learning things from her as well as she's learning things from me. And her voice matters just as much as mine. So, you want to just, as the older one in the relationship, you want to make sure that you make your younger mate feel welcomed enough to express how they feel. Let them know that their feelings are valid regardless of the age range.
Right.
And just, you want them to respect you the same way as you respect them.
Yeah. Another one that I was just thinking of it. God, pregnancy brain, please don't pick on me. I be forgetting everything, y'all. Oh my God. Another thing that I noticed to be different is finances in the age gap relationship. Now, we don't clash too much just because how we have it is, Kai is really very good with, paying bills. She's very good with managing money, knowing when things are due and keeping up with all of that. I rather not be bothered. I'm more of a saver. So if she wants me to like save a certain amount of money or working towards something, then I will definitely do that. But the day-to-day finances, I don't like to handle. Mm-hmm. What I mean about finances is just like the cost of things. Mm-hmm. So like one thing, for instance, that we struggled on was when, before all this craziness, I wanted to do a maternity shoot.
Yes.
And well, really, like everything in relation to like maternity shoot, the baby showers, the everything. So when Kai had her babies years ago, mm-hmm. she had small baby shower. In what
we had house baby showers.
House baby shower.
You had the baby showers at your house or family member's house, mm-hmm. and people brought gifts. You decorated, you cooked, things like that. I never knew there was a such thing as a maternity photo shoot. That's new to me as well. So I'm open to all of those ideas. I really am, because I know that the world
is open.
Yes, I'm open to that.
Because in the beginning, baby, oh my gosh, she was like. So, like, one of the first quotes I got was like $600. And it was $600 for the maternity shoot. And it was also for the newborn pictures. And you get, like, so many prints. And you get to pick digitals. And they also, like, put you in dresses, those big flowy maternity mm-hmm. dresses, and get those shoots. Now, in comparison to some of the other ones I've seen, it was relatively cheap. Kai should know this. I'm a person who really, really, really searches around. I am not a person who I can't pick anything. I can even pick a dog groomer just like randomly. Mm-hmm. I read the reviews. I get the nitty gritty. I get the prices. I compare. I do all that. So when I come to her, I'm coming with like, this is what we're going to get, the best deal, mm-hmm. and, for the best quality as well, because we're also not about, dealing with no ghetto hot mess and just giving our money, even if it's a little bit of money, it's money we work for, not the best quality. Mm-hmm. So when I presented it to her, she was like, this is just so expensive, and we have all these other expenses, and I just can't believe, like, we didn't do anything like this. And I'm just like, but it's 2019 at this time. Like, it's going to be different.
I know that. I understand, y'all. I really do. And I'm pretty sure if it's anybody else in my age range, you will probably understand where I'm coming from as well. Right. We didn't spend thousands of dollars on lavish baby showers. Again, if we had pregnancy pictures, it's because we was at an event, somebody took a picture of us. That's that. As far as baby pictures, that now has elevated, because, I'm used to the regular hospital pictures. They take your baby out of the room, they take them down to the nursery, they take pictures of them, and you can buy the package from them or not. So, again, it's just something that I had to relearn because things are ever evolving. I get that. But to me, I felt like $600 was a lot for a photo shoot.
Yeah. So we really, we will bump heads about that, about just finances on, little things like that, things that I see the value in that she may look at as, it's not that much of a value, and vice versa. There are certain things that she want to buy or she wants to invest in, and she wants to spend a certain amount of money. And I'm just like, why can't we get something cheap?
Yes.
Like furnitures and things like that. So, yeah, that's one thing.
We'll be in the grocery store, y'all, and she'll be like, put that back. You don't need it.
Now, I'm day-to-day cheap. I'm day-to-day cheap. I'm not going to just get anything from the grocery store. I will go to another grocery store and get where it's cheaper.
Yeah, so it's a great balance. Again, it's a learning process for me because, I'm from the old school. We didn't have all of that. I know things are changing and I have to evolve with the world. But, it did take me by far to hear, a $600 photo shoot. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
Like that's expensive. Like, why do we have to spend that kind of money? Why we can't find something that's not so expensive? So, of course, we came to a compromise, as we always do, through communication, and we was able to work through that, which is great.
Yes.
So another thing I feel like is a struggle of ours is the lack of respect that we get from other people in regards to our relationship. And what I mean by that is just people making comments that it's not going to matter, it's not going to change who we want to be with and things like that, but just to make for somebody to make a comment as to what do y'all have in common, like
what do you talk about,
what do you talk about, what do y'all do, or it's not gonna last because you're older, she's younger,
doesn't she feel like your mother, doesn't she feel like your daughter,
or she's gonna trade you in for somebody younger, or she's gonna or once you get older, Kai's gonna get tired of you and want somebody younger than you, or I think that's a struggle to hear it, because sometimes you just want to live in your happiness and not have to deal with that, and you shouldn't have to, but it is a struggle to have to hear the negativity constantly about who you love and who you want to be with.
And I think especially for me, all of it just translates to people feeling like Kai does not respect me. And I've never been in a relationship where I have felt more respected, honestly, and valued in a relationship, and felt like, that there was someone who was willing to listen to me and learn me and not just kind of shoo me down. And I think that that's something you have to be careful when you are in any relationship, but especially an age gap relationship like she was speaking about earlier. When I have ideas, she wants to listen to my ideas. If I have an opinion about something, she wants to listen to my opinion about something. Because if you keep constantly, if you're older and you're shooting down this person that is younger, it makes it feel like it goes back to like a parent role. If I tell my mom an opinion or something, like, she will downplay it because she's my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect for her as a partner to do that to me, because it's not a good feeling at all.
Yeah, and I tried to definitely ask her opinion on everything, even when it came down to when we bought this house, the furniture that we picked out, I would never just go make a decision to do something without asking how she feel about it.
Right. And then I would say the last thing that I kind of hate, and this is like, it doesn't happen often,
mm-hmm.
but just kind of the looks you will get when you say you are
in a relationship.
Actually in a relationship. Like, for instance, this is weird guy, he kept flirting with me at the gas station. And, she finally was like, this is my wife and we're having a baby. And he's like, oh, get out of here. Oh, please. Like, are you kidding me? People always assume that we're sisters,
mm-hmm.
or that we're mother and daughter. So when we got to the point where we were comfortable saying, this is my girlfriend, you would get kind of like the pause and like the look, like.
Now, do you think that people pause and look because we are two women or because of the age?
See, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we have that kind of double whammy type of situation. So I don't know if it's just because we're two women or if it is because of the age
difference.
I do feel like that if we were two women who were of the same age,
mm-hmm.
It would be assumed more that we're together, because we could literally be sitting like this, and somebody's like, is that your mom? Like, bitch, no. Like, I don't know my mama like that. So, but I think that if we were in the same age, it would just kind of be assumed these are just like two chicks that are into each other or something, or really close best friends. You wouldn't go to, obviously, mom and daughter.
I think it just depends on really how observant the people are. Like, for instance, the neighborhood, we've been in this neighborhood roughly about 3 years now, and it's a local store that we go to all the time, and I don't even have to say nothing. If I go in there without her, the lady will be like, how's your wife doing? So I think it just depends depends on, you know, if a person respects you as a person, if they're willing to ask the questions instead of just assuming. And, you know, it's just all about, you know, I guess, just the people, I guess, you know.
Right. But yeah, those are just some of our struggles. We don't have many, thank goodness. So it is fairly easy to be in a relationship with Kai. As far as the age gap is, you know, related to. So that's all I have to say about it. Do you have anything else to say, or
well, if you guys have any questions that we might not have touched on,
or your struggles,
or if you have any struggles that you might want to let us know about, don't forget to comment down below. Like, subscribe, and share, of course. Yes. We do these videos off the top of our heads. We don't write them down, so sometimes we don't always get to touch on every topic. So we do appreciate all the questions that you guys, you know, write in and things like that.
Yeah, and I do want to say, announcement. We are doing our virtual baby shower on April 26th. It's going to stream, and if you want to watch it in live action, you'll have to actually come and join my Facebook page. I'll have my Facebook page linked down below. You can follow that page. I'll also post like a little short video or a reminder here on YouTube once we're streaming live. After that video, we will also be doing a recorded video to re-show everything for everyone that's not on that platform, just so we can show our gratitude for everyone who has sent something thus far. We appreciate you. Even right now in the crisis, people still sending things in. If you would like for your items to be shown, the only thing we ask is that you would have to get it in by April 26th. We will still, like, you know, show it on Snapchat, Instagram, and everything like that. But for it to be shown in the actual baby shower video, it would have to be in by April 26th, because that's just the deadline for that. But thank you so much. The registry and the P.O. Box information is down below. You can also send and write us in other things in the P.O. Box, like words of encouragement, questions, like, I don't know, you may still be very old school, letters, anything like that. You can send all of those things to the P.O. Box, and we appreciate them all. So remember to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And we'll see you next time. Bye.